Earlier tonight on MasterChef Australia.
Welcome to the MasterChef Grand Finale.
Michael and Kate faced up to their destiny.
Your 45 minutes starts now.
In the mystery box race.
We can work with this.
The first of 3 rounds to decide the ultimate winner.
Come on, Kate. Come on, Michael.
Kate got away to a rocky start.
Oh, this is not working.
And Michael got the points.
Here's the momentum that I wanted, and I'm going to keep carrying on for the rest of this competition.
But the next challenge saw that momentum stopped in its tracks. With a massive comeback from Kate.
How good is that gravy?
Impeccable.
Michael's dish was good, but not good enough.
I think I tried to get too fancy. You live and you learn.
Kate, at the end of round 2, you're sitting on 51 points. That's 3 points ahead of Michael.
Now, the final round. To decide who will take the title. Everything they have done comes down to this one dish.
This is it, the final and deciding round. The challenge that would deliver the MasterChef title for 2011.
I can't believe there's only one round, one challenge lying between me and the MasterChef title.
For one more cook in this kitchen, I can knock it out the park, blow the judges' socks off and win this thing.
At the start of this journey, 14 weeks ago, you were 2 entirely different people. It's changed you. Make the most of this challenge. Wring every single second out of it, because you will never get it back. Kate, would you ever have imagined that you would be in the finale?
Never, never in a million years. Didn't even dream of it. Life's looking pretty different now. It's pretty cool.
For me, being a mum has been one of my greatest achievements in life.
They are the thing I love most in this world. However, I've wanted to do something with food since I was a teenager. My food at the start of the competition was very simple. It was home cooking through and through.
That is an absolute cracker. I'd sit down for dinner happily every single night and eat one of those. That is beautiful. Wow. That is cooked to absolute perfection. It doesn't get any better than that.
Kate has come from being a mum from Orange, cooking for her family, to cooking some of the most beautiful restaurant-style dishes that we've seen in this competition.
I'm salivating.
Spectacular.
Kate's extremely hardworking. When she does something, she's determined to do it correctly and get it right.
A turning point in the competition was definitely the time that I cooked against Darren Purchase. When I saw that dish, I thought there was no way that I could actually make that.
I think there's 13 recipes in total.
If you can reproduce this dessert, I will get down on my knees. I will worship you, because that is a really difficult dessert.
That was the day that proved to me she could cook anything.
Oh my goodness.
Dear Mum, are you having fun?
There's one time that comes to mind when I felt the most temptation to give up. And I was feeling really guilty about how much Luke was doing at home to keep things going. And I actually said to him, "Do you want me to give up and come home?" And he said to me, "Don't you dare." MasterChef has taught me so much about food, about myself, and about other people.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's given me opportunities that I never dreamed I would ever have.
I'm Rick Stonner. Very nice to meet you.
Kuala Lumpur was right up there.
Smell your kid. How does it
Whoa! Whoa! That was fantastic. We had such a fun time.
I always knew that Kate would be in the final. I've been watching from home and she shows this technique, this knowledge that she has picked up over these weeks from absorbing every lesson that we're taught. That's what MasterChef's all about.
Guys, I think Kate deserves a round of applause for today's effort.
Michael, how different was your life before MasterChef?
Yeah, very, very different. Yeah, it was sort of going very slowly in not any real direction. Before this, I was a student and a cinema projectionist, but it was a job, it wasn't a future, it wasn't a career, and I don't ever want to go back to it. First day of the top 50 was scary. There's people using big words that I'd never heard before, and I had to get my cookbooks and look them up. And I cooked well and ended up in the top 24.
Michael.
Well done.
Come on, son.
Come on, boy, get in there.
When I entered this competition, I was a naive kid with crazy ideas and delusions of grandeur, and now I'm a naive kid with delusions of grandeur that can cook.
You're becoming this really amazing cook. You could potentially win this competition.
I know he's going to progress in the food industry. He's going to learn and he will become a chef. I mean, there's no question about it.
Wow, who's the pastry chef king now?
I am honestly like a kid in a candy store.
Kid in a sweet shop right now.
I think the dish that's been my high point was a Heston Blumenthal burger and thrice-cooked chips with that special shake on the side.
Where was the personal element in this drink?
I have my dad, who's my other hero, who is no longer with us, but that was sort of for him. 2 days ago was actually the 7th anniversary of him passing, so sorry. I had 18 brilliant years with him as my dad. I'm the person I am today because my dad was so good to me. There's one moment for me where I realised that, hang on, maybe I could go all the way here. It was the first day of New York.
It's very loyal to the Mexican culture.
I want to put my hand in my pocket and pay for it. You know what I mean?
I've still got that dollar. That dollar I will have for the rest of my life.
So this is Michael.
Hello. It's a pleasure to meet you. There's no doubt about it, this MasterChef experience has made me a better person. The people I've met, such a pleasure.
Pleasure.
Oh,
nice to meet you.
And the friends that I've made.
He's a special dude. Good work.
Coming out of MasterChef, Michael wants to work in some of the best restaurants in the world. He just wants to learn. And every bit of inspiration and every bit of knowledge he gains, he wants to bring back, start his own restaurant, and whatever that's going to be, it's going to be amazing.
If no one else is going to say it, I am. Wow.
Michael.
In all honesty, I didn't think after the first day I cooked in the top 24 I'd be this person standing here. But I'm here, and how cool's that?
Right, time to get down to business. After round 2, Kate, you pulled ahead. You're on 51 points. Michael, you're 3 points behind on 48. The final deciding challenge will be a pressure test.
Of course it is. Yeah, the old enemy back once more.
In round 1, we asked you to cook with the best produce this country has to offer. In round 2, we asked you to bring us the best dish that you could cook. So it's only fitting that the final round, which decides who is the best amateur cook in Australia, is set by the best chef in the world.
When the person regarded as the best chef in the world is bringing in a dish for the pressure test, I know that we're in big trouble.
For the last 2 years, his restaurant has been named the #1 restaurant in the world. Please welcome, from Noma in Copenhagen, René Redzepi.
My name is René Redzepi. I'm the head chef and owner of Restaurant Noma in Denmark. What we want to achieve at Noma is that the guests constantly have a feeling of time and place. Food is a way to connect people. Food is a way to explore the world. It can be the way the dish is presented, the way that it's been enhanced in flavor, that it feels like its environment is there on a plate.
This guy is a superstar. Enough said.
René, welcome to the MasterChef kitchen. It's a fantastic honour to have you here. How hard is it for an amateur to recreate Noma's cuisine?
Some of it is pretty easy. A lot of it is difficult.
Is this one of these easy Noma dishes or one of the hard Noma dishes?
It is the hard Noma dish. That's the best way I can put it.
Love it.
It's the toughest dish on the Noma menu. Great.
René, would you care to do the honours?
Absolutely. The last dish you will cook on this MasterChef final is
Oh, look at that.
This dish is called the snowman, a dessert of carrots.
It's gorgeous.
Frosty.
His body is made up of 3 completely different parts, and there's a spraying of some description on there. I know this little snowman is going to have a lot of technique in him.
How did you come up with this dessert of a snowman?
Well, imagine 5 guys in the heights of the Scandinavian winter. Everything is covered in snow, it's frost everywhere. Even the waters are a meter thick with ice. And there's no inspiration. We're all looking at each other. Silence, nobody saying anything. And then suddenly one guy says, let's do a snowman. And this person actually means, let's go outside and do a snowman. The rest of us took it as a cue. Let's recreate a snowman. So the snow became our inspiration on a very hot winter. You can see the components of it.
Look at the colour.
You see the carrot in there? Wow. This is the carrot sorbet. Have a taste.
There's crunch in there.
Yeah. It's just small pieces of carrot. Yeah.
This is a really unusual combination of flavours.
René, what would be the most difficult aspects of making this dessert?
The body, so to speak, of the snowman, that's a hard one. The carrot sorbet, you will dip it in nitrogen. You have a yogurt liquid, and then you spray it gently. There's a puree of carrot and passion fruit in the bottom. Then the bottom piece is a meringue made with vinegar.
You can really taste the vinegar in it.
Yeah.
It's not overly sweet. There's passion fruit flavours and the meringue is just delicious.
Then there's a snow, you could say, or a granita of yogurt sprinkled on top here. Then on top of the whole thing, the head, is a mousse of passion fruit.
Beautiful.
Really, really incredible.
I don't really think there's anything easy about this, to tell the truth.
You can achieve this. You can do this. Michael, what are you thinking?
Oh, wow. There's a lot to do in that dish.
That dish looks almost impossible, and whoever can nail that one, they deserve to be the next MasterChef.
You will have 3 hours to complete this final challenge. You have to produce 4 snowmen, 1 for each of us, all perfect.
There's 40 points up for grabs. At the end of this third and final round, the person with the most points out of 100 wins MasterChef 2011.
Kate Michael, you've climbed so close to the highest peak of the MasterChef mountain. But a snowstorm is moving in. For the final time, your 3 hours starts now.
The first thing I'm starting on today is the meringue. It needs to dry out in the oven at a low temperature for at least 2 hours. So I've got to get that in the oven quickly.
Huge amount of pressure today, but it's actually kind of fun pressure. I love cooking desserts, and I've got a recipe from the top chef in the world, so you know things are looking pretty good, no matter what happens from here on in.
I preheat my oven to 70 degrees for my meringue base, which is going to be part of my snowman and the base level. I add caster sugar, the white balsamic vinegar, and some icing sugar, and actually make a really firm meringue.
I'm a couple of points behind Kate, but, you know, only a couple, so as much as I feel that pressure, I'm only a couple of points back so I can catch up.
Hello, Kate.
Hello, how you going, Renee?
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I think I've got my meringue to a nice gloss, so I'm feeling pretty happy.
So how are you going to tackle this? Obviously, meringue first.
Meringue first,
What's the next things on the list?
The next thing is the carrot sorbet. I think with it being the one that is kind of one of the hardest parts in the challenge, I want to make sure I get that done.
OK, let's go and check
René.
Michael out, see how he's doing. Michael, what are you most worried about on this challenge?
Look, the flavour, like, the flavours were so amazing. I want to make sure that the flavours are right up there because, you know, it's all about making sure everything tastes good in the end here.
But carrot sorbet, you've got that little mousse to make. You've got to dip and spray.
There's so many different steps to do.
You've got snow to make. There's loads of stuff to do.
There's loads of stuff.
But you know what? René's here. We'll wander past, and he might just give you the odd tip here and there. So that's nice, right?
It's not bad to learn from a girl like René, that's for sure.
All right, Michael, we'll leave you to it.
Thank you, guys.
Looks great, Kate. Thank you. Kate. Maltose.
Oh! I am so thankful there are people on the balcony watching over me, because otherwise I would end up with meringue without the maltodextrin coating.
Whoa.
Maltodextrin is just a powdery coating. It doesn't have any flavour, but in this situation, it just makes that base meringue look like it's got snow on it.
Once my meringues are piped out and in the oven, I start on my carrot sorbet. To do that, I need to cook my finely sliced carrot with the carrot juice and cook it right down till all the juice is evaporated. Once the juice is totally evaporated, I blend my carrots till they're beautiful and smooth. And then I put them into a sieve that's lined with muslin and just let all the liquid come out of the puree.
This is the final assault on the mountain, which is the MasterChef title. 2 hours to go. Come on, guys.
It's going to have to start again.
The gelatin's gone hard.
I think I'm going to start that again.
I've already made the syrup for the sorbet, but I realised that the gelatin's already started to set in there, and that consistency is all wrong.
I was trying to get organised so that I could just, well, as soon as this was chilled, I could do it, but it was too soon, so I'll wait.
Now that I've got my carrot ready and pureed and passed through the muslin...
Oh, tastes good, it's hot.
I need to weigh out 375 grams.
I haven't got 375 grams. I haven't got 375 grams.
No?
No.
How much do you have?
237.
I don't have enough puree. I haven't got time to make more. What am I going to do?
I would have lost a little bit in the muslin. I don't think there'll be 150 grams worth.
It can be, yeah. What's your gut feeling?
Well, I haven't got time to cook more.
Of course. That's
so
impossible.
I'll have to adjust the quantities of everything else.
I think...
This is the last time I'm ever going to cook in the MasterChef kitchen, and I really want to enjoy it.
I don't know. I don't know how to do this.
I don't want to be stressed and stuffing it all up.
I've got 64% of what I should have.
You lost a third.
So I've lost a third.
So take a third up.
So a
the other
third
thing.
off.
Weigh this off.
Weigh
take
it.
a third of it off. And then get it going so you can move on. That's a big one you need to finish now.
Yep. It's so fantastic to have René here as our mentor today.
This happens every day in the kitchen. Every day, all the time, you know? So you just deal with it and make the right decisions.
50.
I'm so relieved. I was working hard not to lose my head, and if anything else had gone wrong, I probably would have. But at the moment, it's going okay.
René, this dish is all about temperature, isn't it, in terms of the mise en place, and then, of course, the service of it.
So you need the sorbet to set, to spin it, so that we can freeze it and spray it, you know? That's a key element. Right now, this is it, you know? This is when we will see if they will have a snowman at the end.
An hour and a half to go. René's worried. Your sorbet needs to set. Come on.
Come on, guys.
Got half.
It's all good. It's easily recovered. Michael's realised that he has actually lost half of his sorbet mix. So he's now got to redo all of his ratios as well, and Kate and Michael's sorbet should be in the freezer.
I'm just going to half everything because I've got half. Right. Hopefully I've got enough. I don't need that much. Right, let's go. I'm not going to have much for backup, let's be honest, but hopefully I can do 4 perfect ones.
There's an hour and 10 to go. I finally get this sorbet into the blast chiller. I move on to the yoghurt snow. To make the yoghurt snow, I combine sheep's milk yoghurt with cow's milk yoghurt and some lemon juice, sugar and water. It's actually quite a simple process of whisking it up and putting it into a baking tray before putting into the blast chiller to freeze.
My yoghurt snow and my sorbet is in the blast chiller, setting hard, and now I can move on to my next element, and I clean down and... Did I put the stabiliser in? I've just realised I haven't put my stabiliser or my gelatin or my maltodextrin in to my sorbet. Yeah, I didn't put it in. I have to get that in there now, otherwise it's not going to set beautifully and it's not going to be a beautiful, rich sorbet. It's just going to be icy carrot.
René Redzepi's in the house. You're fighting to keep your MasterChef dream alive. 1 hour to go. Come on, guys.
I love watching this challenge. They're both demonstrating how much they've learnt in the competition. And yeah, they're making a few mistakes, but they're recovering as well. It's really, really exciting.
To make the yoghurt glacé, I combine some buttermilk and some yoghurt into a double boiler, add some soaked gelatin leaves, pour it into the spray gun canister, ready to be used as a spray later on.
The next thing I need to do is my passion fruit mousse. So I need to reduce down some passion fruit juice. Then I need to start whipping up some egg whites. And while I do that, I need to bring some sugar and some vinegar and a little bit of citric acid up to 121 degrees so I can make an Italian meringue.
To make the carrot puree, I take the cooked vacuum-sealed carrots and combine them with some carrot juice, passion fruit juice, and icing sugar and sea salt flakes. This is a really unusual combination of flavours. So I just keep working at it until I think it's a flavour that I would actually quite like to sit down and eat.
You have 45 minutes to go.
Oh, wow. Michael Snow is scraping down perfectly, exactly like what we saw on the tasting plate.
Snow never tastes so good.
Kate is really struggling. She is scraping away with the fork, but it's just becoming this sort of white, powdery, fine dust.
I just need to make sure that it doesn't melt. I've got to keep it really cold.
George, this is where the snowman comes together and lots of little components. The first one is the meringue, and that'll affect how the second layer goes on top of the snowman, which is the carrot sorbet, which has to be dipped in nitrogen and then sprayed with the yogurt. Yeah. So that takes some time. And then the third layer is that little passion fruit mousse that then gets rolled into maltodextrin. So a lot of work.
You got Paco Jet. To make the sorbet, Michael and Kate are using the Paco Jet. And that's this crazy-ass blender machine that can turn your frozen sorbets into this beautiful, silky texture. It's perfect for the job today.
Yeah, and then you have ice cream.
There's my ice cream. Look at that.
Unbelievable.
There's a certain thrill you get when you cook for a profession, and it's called nerves. Use them. 30 minutes to go.
Because I only had half the amount of sorbet, hopefully I can get 4 out, maybe a couple of backups, and if I do, then I'll have a chance at making 4 perfect snowballs.
You need to move, you know, so they'll work fine.
Sure.
Looking good, Michael.
Pretty cool, huh? I've never worked with liquid nitrogen before, so now that I've got my safety goggles on, I'm dipping these sorbet balls into the liquid nitrogen and holding them there for about 20 seconds before I'm spraying them at a distance with the yogurt spray. And then quickly back into the freezer so that it doesn't all melt.
This is my moment, playing around with liquid nitrogen, smoke coming off my snowballs and coating them in yogurt spray. I mean, this is why I love cooking.
Your MasterChef dream is in the palm of your hands. You've got 10 minutes to go.
Stay calm. Make sure you have everything keep neat and tight. The meringue is cool, the granita is there.
Ready to go.
You need to pipe the heads. That's the last thing you do.
Yes. I've got all my elements ready to go. I'm all prepped up. Now it's time to finish off and plate this dish up and create the monster that is this beautiful snowman.
Come on, Kate. Pick the right one. Breathe. Look at it. Put it down.
We've got to put up 4 perfect snowmen. I've never had to stack 3 circles on top of each other, so there's definitely a big challenge ahead.
Who's going to be Australia's MasterChef for 2011? We're going to find out in 5 minutes.
Gently use your fingers as well. No, still not.
Still feels stuck.
I know that these sorbet balls need to temper before you can lift them off the stick. When René does it in his restaurant, he's got hours to get them off. But here, we've got just minutes, so it's just a matter of using a fork, and if there's a little bit of give, it'll come off.
It's a little bit cracked, so I'm just gonna...
Well done.
I carefully place one of my sorbet balls on top of the meringue. It basically has to balance there. I make it as stable as I possibly can.
I can take all of my snowballs off perfectly. There's no cracks, and they're on the meringues and they're sitting there. Now it's time to get onto my mousse.
You have 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, you just have to be gentle.
I think the mousse is quite loose.
I'm piping out my mousse and it's a little bit flatter than what I wanted, so...
Just be really gentle.
Be really gentle.
I don't have a lot of time here. I need to pipe the mousse, make the perfect, beautifully round head and finish off the snowman. So I've got to get them on the plate as gently as possible.
Right, that's it, guys. 10 seconds.
Whoa.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Time's up.
Thank you, René.
Well done. Are you happy?
Thank you. I am. It was fun. I've just finished cooking my last dish in the MasterChef kitchen, but I'm really glad that I had such a fun time cooking, and I'm going to go out with a bang, hopefully in a good way.
Well done. Thank you.
Well done, huh?
Thank you so much. Thank you, and thanks for your help. It's a real privilege to cook that.
There's absolutely no way that at the beginning of this competition, I could have made this dish in this amount of time. So there is definitely a huge sense of satisfaction because I can see how far I've come.
Well done.
Well, what a fitting final challenge for the finale. This really is the pinnacle, the #1 chef from the #1 restaurant in the world here setting the challenge for Michael and Kate to cook. I can't wait to see what they've done. Let's get that first dish in.
Yeah.
I feel like I've had the ending in this competition that I've wanted all along. I've gone out cooking well. I don't know if I've gone out at #1 or #2, but at the moment, that's irrelevant. I've gone out cooking the best that I can.
So, Kate, are you happy with what you've just put in front of us?
I am. I'm really happy. I really wanted today to be all about cooking well and putting good food on the plate, and to finish that way, I'm happy.
The one thing I noticed compared to René's dish is that your snowman seems to be wearing a nice full kind of Victorian skirt rather than a little kind of ball at the bottom.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a problem. I just think it's a difference that obviously comes from having to pipe the meringue the first time, and it's very hard to get that round shape.
Yeah.
Right, shall we taste?
It's impossible to read the judges' faces. I hate the waiting. They chew and they deliberate in their own minds. Is it good? Is it bad? I don't know. And I just want to know now. I don't want to have to wait. And it's like the judges just enjoy this moment of torture.
It's sort of hard to stop, isn't it? Lovely balance of acidity and sweetness.
I have stopped. So I finished. But I'm more than happy to eat yours.
You know, you've just cooked the hardest dish in the repertoire at Noma. And you pretty much nailed it. #1 restaurant in the world. Is that enough to make you the #1 amateur cook in Australia?
Hopefully.
Beautiful job, Kate. Really, really well done.
You're a dream to watch in the kitchen, the way you worked precisely, correctly, and what you've put up is spectacular.
Thank you.
That was an absolute delight to eat. Beautiful textures, just beautiful balance.
It's a very, very special dessert. As you can tell, it was horrible. If I could lick the plate, I'd do it. And even George ate the little carrot nose, which he must have liked it. Good stuff.
Can I say that was such a lovely way to end my time in the MasterChef kitchen? I just enjoyed every minute of it, so it's been a very special day.
What I admire about you is that you managed to steal yourself away from your kids for so long. And we know how important it is and how much they ground you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I really think that the only reason I've been able to do that is because of Luke. He's an incredibly capable father, but he's also been incredibly supportive and encouraging of me. Not once has he made me feel like I need to be home. In fact, he's actually pushed me on further. Keep going, you're doing well. And I couldn't have done it if he wasn't like that. So I actually think I owe that to him. Yeah.
If he saw what you put up today, what do you reckon he'd say?
Yeah, I think he'd be pretty pleased.
What do you reckon he'd say?
He probably thinks, you know, the snowman, that could work in orange.
It's an orange snowman on the inside.
Great way of ending. Whether you win or whether you lose, you're going to leave here with a lot of honour. Well done.
Thank you.
Kate, thank you. We're going to score now.
Okay, thank you.
Today's been a massive day of challenges and there's been highs and lows. I'm 3 points behind. I've tried my hardest and I feel like I've given it all I've got.
Oh, it's a balancing act, Michael.
This is it. This is the most important moment in my life. And that makes me really nervous. think I've nailed it. I've cooked a cracker and it's up to them now. I've done all I can.
Michael, it was a little bit messy on the bench today, but how did you go?
I had a blast. I guess it was definitely messier than I'd like it to be, but let's be honest, I'm never that clean.
Are you confident that you can pick up those extra points?
Kate cooks great desserts. I didn't see any of hers, but I'm hopeful. Look, I had so much fun cooking. I put as much heart and soul into it as I could, and that's all I can do to get me there. And if that makes me up 4 points to win it, then so be it.
Michael, thank you for this. We're going to taste.
The judges are pretty good poker faces. They don't give much away in a tasting. I guess the best way to tell if you've done well is if they finish off the whole plate. Waiting for them to tell you what they think is pretty excruciating, to be honest.
Very, very good, Michael.
Gee, that was terrible, Michael, wasn't it, eh? Look at that.
A René Redzepi dish from Noma, world's #1 restaurant, best restaurant in the world for 2 years running. You've made it. And you've done the recipe absolute justice. That meringue is fantastic. Beautiful hit of white balsamic in there that takes away the sweetness. Your sorbet is perfect. Like, absolutely note for note with the one that René would have made. It's a beautiful dish.
The best bit was the meringue. I loved it. I think it had this chalkiness, but sort of, yeah, it just dissolved.
It crumbles away to nothing.
I love the yogurt granita. You know, to me, I could just eat a whole bucket of that, you know. It's got that beautiful, you know, yogurt flavour to it. And, you know, we talk a lot about in food, you know, having perfect balance. And to me, that dish had perfect balance.
You've done the recipe justice. The flavours are absolutely bang on as far as I'm concerned. Lovely textures, lovely balance. Well done.
To watch you grow, not just as a cook, but also as a person, as a man, over that 14 weeks has been fantastic. And to see you standing here with this pride and this smile on your face, I think your dad would be very proud of you, mate. Very proud.
Definitely, yeah. Wherever he is, he's smiling right now. It's a good thing.
How's your mum come in and saw you cook and tasted what you cooked and has seen the progression? What about seeing something like this dish, do you reckon?
I reckon she's going to ask me to make the snowman, and I'm going to try my best to do an interpretation of it without some of the gadgets. I think she'd be really proud.
Well, Michael, all of those people out there thinking Michael can't cook desserts, yes, he can.
Thank you.
It's been a lot of fun, but now we have to score your dish. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, it's safe to say that we've got a battle on our hands, but it's time to score.
We've written down our final scores for this year. We've decided who's taken out the title for 2011. Let's go and change someone's life. Yep.
Michael, Kate, did you ever dare to dream this? No. Standing here waiting to find out if you are the one. You can pinch yourself if you like, but let me tell you, this is all very real. We are each holding the scores that will determine who will become Australia's next MasterChef. One of you is standing on the precipice, ready to launch yourself into a brand new life. Michael, Kate, it doesn't get more exciting than that. In a few moments, we'll reveal the scores for the final round. And most importantly, reveal which one of you has taken out the title of MasterChef 2011. But before we do that, we want to welcome back to the MasterChef kitchen some very special people that have shared this journey with you. Please welcome back the chefs that have made this year possible.
You don't often get this much great culinary talent in one room, but these have been the cooks and chefs that have been your teachers, your mentors, and sometimes your competitors, but always your inspiration. You've longed to become part of their world, and now that could be about to happen. The MasterChef title is the dream, but it comes with so much more. Win today. And you'll get culinary training in some of the best kitchens in Australia with some of our best chefs. You'll get a cookbook deal to put your ideas into print, plus $100,000 to help launch your future in food. The MasterChef title will put you on the map, and it can take you to some amazing places. But win, lose or draw, both of you stand at an open doorway into a new future, a future in food. It's now up to you to step through it.
There's a certain sense of electricity in the air right now. And I want you guys to stop for 1 second to never forget this moment. Because it's moments like this in life that are wonderful. Michael, describe to us how you're feeling right now.
I've had such a brilliant day and such a brilliant 14 weeks. I think whatever happens, I'm happy, and I'd love to win it, but either way, I'm going to walk out of this kitchen at the end of the day really happy. So it's been really cool.
Fantastic. Kate, what do you think your kids will say about you in the future to come?
My mum was crazy.
Kate and Michael, there's one more thing we need to do before we reveal our scores. We know there's been some very special people that have been supporting you throughout this competition. And we know they'd love to share this moment with you. So please welcome back to the MasterChef kitchen, your nearest and dearest, your families.
So cute. Luke, how great is it to see Kate here as one of the final two?
Very exciting, very exciting.
Did you think she had it in her in the beginning?
Probably not. I think we actually booked a family holiday away.
I missed the family holiday 2 weeks ago.
Well, kids, I've only got one question for you guys. Who's going to win MasterChef 2011?
Mummy!
Genevieve, what do you think this experience has done to Michael?
He's now got a path in life which he never really had before. I mean, he was enjoying life, but he didn't know where he was going, and now he does. I kept on thinking one day I'd come home and just find him on the couch, but... it hasn't happened yet.
Well, families, it's so wonderful that you can be here to share this moment with your loved ones. But now it's time to get down to business. It's time to find out who's taken out the title of Australia's MasterChef 2011. it has been a nail-biting day of cooking and competition. But at the end of round 2, Michael, you're sitting on 48 points, and Kate, you're sitting on 51 points. That means you're 3 points ahead. You both cooked your hearts out today. We couldn't have asked for anything more, but it all comes down to this, the third and final round. Michael, we'll start with your scores for round 3. Matt Moran, what did you score Michael's dish?
Michael, I scored your dish. A 9 out of 10. Michael, I absolutely loved your granita, and to be honest, the whole lot was perfect balance, all the elements. Fantastic, well done.
Matt Preston, what did you score Michael's dish?
Michael, I scored your dish. Eight out of 10.
Michael, brilliant score so far, 17 out of a possible 20. Let's find out what George scored your snowman.
Michael, I scored your snowman a 9 out of 10.
Well done, mate. Come on, man, one more in there. Come on.
Stand tall, Michael. You did yourself proud.
Michael, excellent scores so far. Now it's my turn to score your dish. Michael, I scored your dish an 8 out of 10.
Good work, mate. Well done.
Michael, that means for round 3, you scored 34 points out of a possible 40, bringing your overall score to 82 points out of 100. Well done. Michael, what are you thinking?
It's not bad, is it?
It's all right, yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Kate, it's now your turn. You're looking a little bit nervous.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to beat those scores.
To beat Michael, you need to score 32 points for this round. The question is, have you done it?
Put me out of my misery. Tell me, have I done it?
Kate, it doesn't work like that. Kate, this is the moment of truth. Time to reveal your scores. Matt Moran, what did you score Kate's dish?
Kate, I scored your dish. Nine out of 10.
Well, Kate, a 9 from Matt Moran. That's an excellent start. Let's find out what Matt scored your dish.
Kate, I scored your dish 9 out of 10. Kate, your meringue was a little bit more fulsome round the bottom than perhaps it should have been, but everything else was perfect. That was a Noma quality dish. Well done.
Kate, that means so far you've scored 18 points out of a possible 20. George, what did you score Kate's dish?
Kate, when I looked at it, there was a few issues in terms of presentation. But when I tasted it, I automatically wanted to write down a 9 out of 10.
Kate, that's 3 9s. To beat Michael and win the title, you need a 5 from me. Kate, deep breath. I scored your dish a 9 out of 10. Kate, you are Australia's MasterChef for 2011. Congratulations. Right, everybody, back in line.
Kate, what a winner you are. You cooked magnificently today. We want to thank you for the commitment you've made, because your development has been phenomenal. Kate, you are an absolute credit to yourself and to your family. Well done.
Thank you.
Kate, along with the title and all the prestige that comes with it, you've won training in some of the best restaurants in this country, a Random House publishing deal for your very own cookbook, and of course, $100,000 in cash to go towards your culinary dream.
Kate, for the last time ever in MasterChef for you, how are you feeling?
I feel like I could just faint at this point in time. I'm a bit shaky. I've had every possible experience out of this MasterChef competition, and I'm so incredibly grateful. Words can't explain how thankful I am for this. This is just incredible.
Michael, all we can say is you have been a tremendously worthy opponent for Kate. You've been studious, you've been ambitious, you've had that persistence that you need to become a great chef. And I know that you have a brilliant future, and because of that, I want to offer you a culinary scholarship in my restaurants in Melbourne.
Thank you.
Give you $10,000 towards living expenses. You'll be paid a wage, and my chefs and I will teach you everything that you need to know to kickstart your career in this business.
That is fantastic.
Kate, you came in here, you wanted to be a role model for your kids. You know what? I think you've become a role model for all of us. Your life is about to change forever. There's a little B&B in Orange that's just waiting to be built and loved and shared with the rest of Australia. And believe me, it's got your name on it. When you go home, forget about painting that town red. You can paint Orange any damn colour you want. Congratulations. You are Australia's MasterChef for 2011. Sorry, darling.
But the B&B is going to happen, right?